Hello all, welcome to Public Cloud Design Tips and Tricks. Today's topic is AWS Route 53. In the last session, we have already discussed about Azure Traffic Manager for DNS routing. So the problem statements are the same: how to distribute traffic across application endpoints and how to deal with different routing strategies to load balance an application. The solutions are from Microsoft Azure Traffic Manager, from AWS Amazon Route 53, and from Google Cloud DNS. Now, what is Route 53? Route 53 is a managed DNS service from AWS. It can be used for domain registration, DNS routing, and health checking. It is highly available and scalable in nature. A simple example, let's say a consumer is trying to access a web applications with a domain name www.abc.com, which is sitting in AWS. So the first step is user request a domain name to the local or ISP DNS resolver. Now the resolver resolves the authoritative server for this particular domain, which is www.abc.com, and in this case the authoritative server is Route 53. Now the Route 53 name server in turns resolves the IP of the domain and returns the IP to the resolver. Now the Route 53 domain attests to an AWS resource. Here, for example, an Amazon EC2 machines where the web application is running. Now finally the consumer reaches to the application from the browser. So this is how this example works. Okay. Now what are the benefits? Highly available. The DNS servers, in this case Route 53, are available in different AWS availability zones. The traffic flow, which is also a part of Route 53 service, helps in routing to a proper destination as a part of, let's say, any failure happens. It supports different routing policies. We'll discuss in detail later in the slides. Capable of handling different routing mechanisms like endpoint health, geography, performance, etc. Fast response, presence of DNS servers means Route 53 servers in various edge locations across the world makes it faster in terms of response time. It is based on pay per use and like managing the domains and the number of requests that is coming to Route 53. Easy integration, capable of integrate with other AWS services like EC2, S3, API Gateway, and other AWS cloud services. It can also be used for non-AWS services as well. It is easily scale up and scale down based on request volumes. Now, what are the features? GeoDNS. What is GeoDNS? GeoDNS is capable of route the end consumer to the nearest location for a faster response time. It can route the consumer to the best endpoint possible according to your application's location proximity, latency, health, and other considerations. It is capable of routing the consumer to an alternate data centers or the next available data centers to deal with any outages. It supports end-to-end monitoring capability to check the performance of the backend application. The user can easily check the available domain and can register a domain with the available price using domain registration within Route 53. So these are the features. Now what are the routing mechanisms supported in Route 53? Simple routing. It routes to a single resource like static website or web server. Now what is failover routing? It routes traffic to a different resource when the current resource is not healthy. What is geolocation routing? It is always based on geography, okay, with respect to maybe localization, regulation, or different other requirements, which is those are very specific to geography. What is geo proximity routing? It is based on proximity of the consumer or user based on the geographic location. Latency based routing is based on latency of the application response. Okay, so it always ensures a better response time. What is weighted routing? It is based on cost or request volume. Okay, this kind of routing is always useful for testing a new features, let's say, that is released in a application or a software. So you can divide the traffic like 20% and 80% to different instance of the application, or different to the different location of the application. So that is how it works. Now if you try to create a user journey or user flow for the same example we have already discussed, will be looking like this. So there is a consumer who is trying to access a web applications, either using a domain name abc.com or www.abc.com through route 53. So this route 53 has a records, the first area called like abc.com and the other one is www.abc.com, and both interns will reach to the same static website which is sitting on Amazon S3. So that is how the complete user flow works through route 53 domain server. If you want to go more into it, you can always refer the link from AWS on route 53, and you can do hands-on as well on this topic. So that's it for today's session. Thank you and have a good day.